First of all, starting with you, Lucas. An excellent bounce back from a disappointing day yesterday. Great battling with Jake towards the end. Talk us through your race, specifically around strategy, because you said it was a very strategic win. Can you elaborate?
Well, first, thank you very much. Yes, the day was not disappointing at all. The performance was there. We managed to go through the group section. We were fast in 92. Then we got disappointed with the penalty and how the consequences of starting last. Of course, we had a great race coming from 22nd to 9th. So even with the 5-second penalty. So it was a great day yesterday in terms of pace. Of course, we could have scored more points. For today, we changed a bit the car. We learned from yesterday, and we were straight fast again in groups and Euros. I think Jake had an edge on myself in a single lap. But I think we found a good compromise with the car setup today. That from the second attack mode onwards, I think Jake started to slide a bit with the rear. I could feel that, and I was just trying to keep the pressure there. Especially with the first two attack modes, the intention was not even to overtake, it was just to stay close and win the gap, and then try to gain position when we exchange positions during attack mode. And that's what happened. So when you see the third attack mode, I was in front. We had a very similar energy, and I knew I suspected he would struggle with the third attack mode because the tires, because everybody's tires by then was going down. Here, the track is slow. It's the slowest average of the year, but it's very energy dense for the tires because of the grip level. So the tires, the rear tires, it really hard. It's a bit like Berlin in a way, how the tires be Berlin. And then my worry was with Nyck, because Nyck had more energy, had about 1% more. And then I tried just to do a few laps, the limit I could do to stay in front, and then I managed to open a small gap, which was enough to finish the race. So it was a great fight and great race.
And that race win now makes you the driver with the most Formula E wins in Formula E history. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's amazing. It's been a long 8 years, and I can just be proud of Formula E, where we started, where we are, and the future. But I have a few more years for the future for this guy and for the new generation in Formula E is going to go even better.
Next step, 1,000 points in the 100th race.
Yes, very close to 1,000 points now. The main target this year, of course, is for eventually to win the Constructors' Championship. That's how I can help the most. And of course, secondary is for me to look to myself to see where I can get the most victories or podiums or points. And one great statistics would be 1,000 points in a 100th race. And so we're going to definitely fight for that. But if it's more than 1,000 points, it's even better.
Jake, almost back-to-back wins today. Really good start. Ultimately lost the lead to Lucas. How was it from your perspective? It looks very physically demanding today's race.
Yeah, I think that was really one of the most challenging races I've ever done in my career. I thought yesterday was hard. But honestly, when you've got Lucas behind you, probably he was generally quicker today. It was just, it was relentless. Just the pace at the front, and then when I tried to push, he just came with me. So it was a demanding race on the tyres, the drivers, and the car. The curves here aren't so easy, but nevertheless, I think Peter is a deserved result. I generally just made a mistake on my behalf, taking a tap mode when I still had a tap. So I lost 1.5 seconds for literally no reason. And then that was enough for Lucas to go from being out of my window to then in it. Big mistake from me. Ultimately, it would have been hard to keep him behind at the end of the race because my tyres were shot. And but nevertheless, we had a first and a second pole today, and incredible amount of points. And it's great to look at my own races. It's more the biggest thing. These points for me are somewhat, they're okay, but it's really the wins and the podiums mean everything for me right now because obviously I'm not really in the title fight. So 25 points is okay, but it's really the win which we all care about.
Well, you touched on it there. All round fantastic weekend for yourself and the team, especially with Oliver's result yesterday. and you must be very positive going into these final 2 races and so on.
Yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see how we get on because we've made a couple of changes for this week to see if we could try and close the gap. Because we were generally best of the rest. I was the P8 guy, so we sort of knew we had a strong package, but also changed a few things, see if we could improve. Hopefully, we don't just go back to South Korea and just finish 8th again. I really want to try and be up there in the fight for the top 5. I think we've always had a good qualifying car, and we showed that this weekend. And hopefully we can just improve on our race package. Our energy looked pretty good today. Obviously, me and Lucas pushed pretty hard for like 4 or 5 laps, which in hindsight just made our lives more difficult because we both just wasted energy. But it was obviously strategic for both of us. And but nevertheless, it was nice to not be an energy deficit the whole race compared to some of the others we've been to. And ultimately, very happy and deserved P2, I would say.
Excellent stuff. And now Nyck de Vries, it almost feels like deja vu. You're sitting in exactly the same seat as you were 24 hours ago. Great performance. Obviously, yesterday's podium didn't stick with the penalty, but managed to get everything today. Congratulations. You were very much on the back of Jake towards the end of that race. How was it from your perspective?
Yeah, I'm very pleased to be back here today. It feels a bit like a revanche. I was very self-critical yesterday, but actually yesterday evening we realized that the small tap I had with the ball was kind of minimal. But as I already explained, we had a puncture, had to change the tire, so the left rear pressure was kind of through the roof to start the race. So I was I had very difficult cars to race with yesterday, which obviously forced me into a difficult situation. So glad that today we executed a very strong race from the team and myself. So pleased to be here. 7 laps to go. I was closing into the guys in front, and we were good on energy. But on one of the curves, something must have broken on the left front, and I thought the race was going to be over. The wheel was wobbling, and it didn't really felt like it was going to hang on. So then I just drove around the curves, and I took it very conservative. So I wasn't really kind of attacking Jake anymore. He was kind of coming towards me when we were together, but maybe we could have had a shot at, I'm not saying overtaking him because we're still gonna get past, but clearly we had a strong package and we were in a good place until those last 75 laps to go.
And good team points as well, with Stoffel finishing just behind. There must be a lot of confidence in the team now to really fight for this team's championship. Even just putting the drivers' title aside for now, good shape for the team to push itself.
Yeah, but honestly, you can't take anything for granted in this championship. I mean, obviously, Stoffel was out of top 10 today, and then it only takes a little bit to have it enough. I mean, I saw Jeff was out early on the TV when we were behind the safety car, and that can happen to anyone. So you just gotta focus on yourself and try the best you can, and we'll see where we end up. I mean, of course,
We're watching the TV very safe.
Secret screen inside second.
yeah, I saw you both just into the box. So. But anyway, we just gotta take it day by day. And of course, we were in a position to still gotta make sure we score well and bring it home.
One last final question for you, Lucas, before we open questions to the floor. With Edo not having the best result yesterday and today, and overall bad luck this weekend, I'd say, well needed points for the team, as well as yourself, like you said. What's the atmosphere like at the moment in the team? Does it feel like that the belief and hunger is there for this team?
Yes, Victory is a small team based in Monaco, competing against very experienced, decadal teams and manufacturers. And the guys do a pretty good job. I have to say that I was very impressed. I came from a manufacturer like Audi to the team, and totally different cars, strategy. It's amazing how different we can be into a team before. Like I was expecting to be similar, but it's not. And so the team this year really stepped up. We were very competitive. Edo was very competitive, especially in the first half of the season. Scoring great results, very consistent, no mistakes, and so the team is expecting now great results, right? So I had a little bit of we did a mistake in New York in qualifying too by not respecting the minimum peaking time, even being fastest of my group in the second day, which means I started all the way back again, last and finished. Ended up crashing with Jeff, but the car was fast. So the team is expecting big points, and today my car was great. Car was very competitive. I essentially have the same car as the Mercedes guys. So yeah, we just so the team is deserves to be where it is, and I'm sure the team is going to be competitive on the Generation 3 and then beyond.
Excellent. Questions from the floor? What about that? Questions?
Yeah, hello, good afternoon, Kieran Wright. Congratulations on your win. Tonight is going to be a very special night for you. What are you going to do tonight to celebrate?
I can't say. No, I'm flying tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I have a PR commitment, so I have to kind of behave.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just
Get drunk.
yeah, probably get a few drinks, a few bottles of champagne, and with the team deserves it. It's not every day that you win a race, especially such an important race like the Formula E. And in a championship, it's extremely difficult with extremely good drivers and teams, and it has become incredibly professional. So it's very, very hard to win a race. So when you do, you have to celebrate a lot. But the day after tomorrow, we start the preparations for solo already because we have to fly in 1 week more or less. There's no time to lose. There's still this last push. Let's do it.